Bortle here at the 2025 Pittsburgh YCS in Pennsylvania. My goodness, whoa! Please introduce yourself to the world.
Hi guys, I'm Logan Shepard.
What did you do today, Logan?
I got top 8 at YCS Pittsburgh with Mitsurugi.
What made you decide to play this deck for the event?
I played Pure Yummy for Anaheim, but I think the Mitsurugi card just adds so much power and versatility to the deck. You get like your end board insanely strong, you have more pushes going second, so I just thought it was the best deck.
Okay, sweet. Well, before we see the top 8 guru, any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out to my testing partners, Logan Johnson, Jeremy Glassman, Tristan Bridges, and shout out my room, Joe and Dan.
Okay, well, sweet. Without further ado, please show us the top 8 guru.
So I played for the Yummy cards, just like as small an engine as possible. 3 Cupsy, 3 Marshmallow, Cookie, Lollipo, Minion Surprise. I think this is like the least you can get away with while like maintaining the power of the Yummy cards. I considered bumping the Lollipo to 2, but it was kind of tough fitting like extra Yummy cards with the non-engine I wanted to play. So I was happy with that ratio. For the Mitsu cards, I played the standard 9 starters, Pre-Prep, Haba, Prayers, Murakumo, Ritual, Mirror, Saji. This is pretty standard, but then I also played like a bunch of, I guess, like the brick cards. I played the Purification, the Futsu, the Kusanagi, and the Aramasa. I played the bigger Mitsu package because more than half of your starters are Mitsurugi cards, and I think when you open them, you want them to be as powerful as possible, and it's worth, you know, adding some awkward cards into your deck. The Aramasa is technically a starter, and the Futsu isn't even to end on a lot of the time. It's just an extra level 8 body and an extra search every time you're going off of the Mitsu cards, which was huge this weekend. Kusanagi was like whatever, I drew it once or twice, but it was added so much power to my deck when it was in there. And then Purification, you get there pretty much every time your Mitsu cards resolve. Even if they like ash your Ritual, if you have Yummy stuff, you like loop Herald and you get back into it. And it's so important into like Dark Ruler and the Draco Tail decks. I would definitely like play all these cards again. Then for the non-engine, I just played 3 Fua, 3 Droll. I feel like you kind of have to draw one of these game 1 against the Mirror, or you kind of don't have a chance. 3 Ash, and then for the rest of my non-engine, I wanted to respect Draco Tail more, as opposed to just maining like Dark Rulers or like extra chummies, because I feel like the Draco Tail board is actually like pretty scary if you have dead non-engine into it. So I played 3 Bell and 3 Droplet. These cards were both crazy all weekend. Droplet, if you hit the Mirror with Droll or Fua, is like enough a lot of the time to get you there. The Bell, like hitting the Flame or whatever trap is most problematic, is like really huge. And both of these cards actually do something going first, which comes up a lot when you get like Droll or Fua game 1, and you need to like back up your board from like Draco Tail or something like that. And then I played the one Called By because it's just a God card.
Nice. What was the main deck count?
That was 43.
43?
I think it was a good number. Then for the extra deck, I played just 2 Snatchy. I think the extra deck is super tight, so you have to make concessions somewhere, and I never missed the 3rd one like a single time the whole tournament. I was really happy that I cut the 3rd one to make space for other stuff.
Never came up?
Never came up.
Okay.
If you like sequence your stuff in a certain way, you always have a Synchro to bring one back, or like even surprise if you get Dark Ruler, so it's fine. I played one of each Synchro, Herald, and Sorrowcat. These were the only synchros I played. I considered playing Metal Marcher because it comes up sometimes under Droll, but I thought the other stuff I played was more important. Dynamondo, this card came up a bunch of times going second into boards. Sometimes when your Mitsu stuff resolves, they'll be holding like a Final Interrupt, like whether that's the branded Quick Play spell or like a Super Poly or something. And you have all this Mitsu advantage, so you need something to convert it into to bait their interactions before you go Yummy cards and try to kill them. So this card was really good for that. IP, you make it on every like full end board, it's super good. SP, Gravity Controller, Zombie Vampire for just the Mitsu combo. All Mirage, I think this card's super important. If you draw Saji, this turns into that. And also I played a little more hand traps playing the Bell, so there are times where you have to like normal summon a hand trap, do this to like play a little better into the low impact hand traps. Then I played Link Spider. I know a lot of people play this because technically you don't need it. Like your Yummy cards still get to IP Surprise without it. But this is a lot of the time the difference through Nib between just getting like a Yummy half board and getting your Mitsu stuff. And when you're playing like the big Mitsu package, I think that's like a really huge difference. And then I played Gorgon. This card's really nice to make off IP in the Draco Tail matchup to just negate Arthalion. It cuts them off a lot of resources. And then it's also a Liger out, which actually like came up and won me a match in Swiss.
Oh, wow. What are your thoughts on Starham?
I think Starham's pretty good. There's a combo where if you open 2 Yummy names and any like Mitsurugi starter, you can get to Herald before you ever search, so their Droll's completely dead. But there's actually like a really solid line with any Yummy name plus Habakiri, where you go like Yummy name, Snatchy, minion summon back, and then you go activate Habakiri, and you chain Snatchy to Synchro. So then on a new chain, your Cupsy Yummy way is chain link like 1 or 2, and your Saji's the other chain link. So you get Ritual Spell and both your Yummy searches before they can droll you. So I thought that line was solid enough into droll that I didn't need the Starham.
Nice.
And then finally for the side deck, I played 3 Retsi for Draco Tail. I only played against 2 Draco Tail, but this won me the game 3 in one of the ones. I played 3 Meows. I think this card's actually like really good this format. I wanted to have something to respect Malice because it's been gaining in popularity. And this is also pretty solid into the mirror. It makes them play awkward, cuts them off a little bit. Like they usually don't want to give you like 6 or 7 draws to go into the full board. Then I played 2 Perulia. I needed something in this slot that covered like Canine Crystron and Malice and the mirror, and this was the only card that really did it. But it was pretty solid. I ended up playing 2 Vanquish Soul, and this card was really good when I played those 2. Then I played 2 Nib. I wanted at least 1 Nib somewhere in my deck for a crossout target going first, but also this card is really good going second into Malice, and also it's a go first card in the mirror, which I needed some of because I wanted to side out the bells. So it was really good for me the few times I drew it. Then I played 2 Dark Ruler for the mirror. I would have loved to play 3 of this, but I cut 1 for the second Nib because I felt like I also needed go first cards and a card to respect Malice. 1 Double Cyclone. This is also a card I wish I could play more of, but I only really needed to take out 4 cards in the Draco Tail matchup, and this was just like the best card after Retalcy. And then I played 1 Akroki. This came up multiple times, siding in and going first, just like the extra pop. And then 1 Crossout. You don't really need a lot of go first cards because like this deck's board is actually just completely game if you resolve it. So Crossout's like the best card you can have going first.
Okay, sweet. Well, hey man, congrats on getting to top 8, and yeah, until next time, right? Bortle